Okay, so I'm trying to load up my laptop and see how I can copy the link out so that we're going to preview it together. So, so I'm going to watch it again and then we'll preview it together. So, how many times did you do this video, Gladys, if I may ask? How many shots?
Sorry, sir, can you repeat the question? I didn't hear that.
Okay, I said how many times or how many shots did you take before coming up with this particular video, which is your assignment? Or just the moment you sat down, you are able to do it successfully without anything?
Sir, it wasn't hard for me to do. I just, it's just an idea that came to mind. I didn't know what to do initially. So I was actually trying to create content initially. So later I was done. I did this video since on Monday. So I just edited it today.
Okay, that's great. Thank you. That's awesome. Okay, so this is 3:10 by my time. So okay, so see now I use my profile. Use my profile. So I'm going to use another thing now. So today we'll be looking at Google Ads. And let's see what we can learn on that. But before that, I just want to, like we always do in the other levels, we try to preview or do a overview of the assignment that was submitted so that we can learn from it together. So sorry that is taking a little bit of a while. I have to use my another browser which I have my account on to do that. So let's see, is it playing it? So if I may ask, when was the deadline for these assignments? Or there was no time for submission?
I'm not sure of the deadline, sir, but they just said when we are done, we just send to the group. So it was yesterday, so that she said we can post it on our social media platform and tag them.
Okay. Thank you for that clarification. Just want to be sure. So Toby, you're welcome. It's good to have you here. Why are you late? So why not keep loading up? So most of the time you probably you are trying to solve the net, or you're trying to walk around. Let's say for example you are trying to let go check for a video. Probably one of your series is out and you just want to go and watch it on YouTube, and then you get to YouTube and click on the link, and the next thing you get is something playing and telling you cannot skip, but you have to continue to play it until the time is until eventually the video is done. That's when you can start playing the video. And at times it might even be on your what do you call it, on the website. Probably you're surfing the net and you just get there, you're trying to read some things, and then some things are popping up at you like, okay, there's some these are other opinions or these are other things you can read about this particular thing. And at times that you just see deep, like it's not even related. There was some times when I was using flight radar some times ago, I see Jumia ads on them most of the time. I'm like, this is flight radar. What's Jumia doing here? But this is all about what where Google say that people are going to more or trying to check more, trying to place some of these ads over there. So we are going to look at Google Ads to the introduction and then a little bit of some of the things that are pertaining to metric that we should know when we are looking at Google Ads as a digital marketer. So I don't know my is it my network? Let me switch. The video is not playing, so I want the video to play. So let me switch my network because it's just rolling and rolling and rolling, but I wanted to play it. So, okay, you're welcome, Daniel.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Yeah, good afternoon. Okay, so yes, it was my network that was joking with me that time, so it was not playing. Moving sound play. Okay, this is what is going to happen. Let me try to. I'm going to try to repeat the assignment with my phone. I'm going to play it to my phone, then I'll review it to my laptop because I don't think this sound is going to play with. I can't share my sound with this. I have to share the tab, and unfortunately, my Chrome is not linked to my Facebook, so that's another glitch on its own. So I'm just going to log in now with other guys, and then we'll quickly review the assignments. So please, if you have not done your assessment or assignment, please do well to do that. We'll be expecting that from you as soon as possible. Okay.
Complete again. So sorry about that.
Having online skills without my dream academy. Sometimes early this year, I was looking for opportunity to actually improve on my knowledge on digital marketing. So I looked for spaces, opportunity, but I didn't see any as it were. Just the ones, those tutorials online, Udemy and the rest. They are really good, trust me. But the best thing anyone needs if you really want to grow on your knowledge is to have a physical person that you hear their voice, you can feel like the person is actually pushing you to want to do something best for yourself. So my Dream Academy actually came at the right time, not just to push me, but to put me right on track. Just this few weeks that I've been with them, it has been so beautiful. I've been able to learn a lot of things, not even just on my field, digital marketing, even on my finances, how to level up my finances, how to manage my finances, how to manage my time, utilize my time, how to just do things that resonate with my personality. And it has been beautiful. I want to say a very big thank you to my Dream Academy for this beautiful opportunity. You guys are awesome. You're really the best. You took out your time, thought of this, how to give people free opportunity to study. It is not everyone that can do that, but you guys are really awesome. You're extraordinary. So thank you so much for the opportunity and the privilege to study with you. And I so believe that before the end of this class, before the end of everything, I'll be able to go home with a lot because I'm already going home, going home already with so many things and it has been beautiful. So thank you so much for this great opportunity. I love you so much. Bye.
Okay, so thank you so much, Gladys. That was amazing, and thank you for once again for putting in the work. So I would like to say now, just a few questions, like a little bit of interaction, just to know more about how you get you're able to come up with this. Is this the normal tempo at which you recorded the video? Because I'm suspecting there was an increase in the pace. So I don't know, just to clarify that, Gladys.
Yes, I actually speed it up to 1.03. So I speed it up a bit.
Oh,
Yeah. Because of the direction of time that we were given to actually create the video, we were given just two 2 minutes, 2 seconds, something like that. So I had to just make it fast and snap it. That's why it was very fast.
okay, okay. So what I would suggest going forward, because if the time is short, I would suggest that you try to probably do a video that like an abridged version, like yes, abridged version, because I'm sure people get like they can begin to pick some of these things you're talking about, but the pace at which that video was going was actually fast in a way, and though it actually complicated most of the sports, it was a bit fast. Some people that have we are different beings, different humans, and we can't, some people cannot pick things as fast as you think that they can. So they might actually come across and just miss out on some things. They might just be hearing some things and like, okay, what's this person trying to say? And they're like, so even when the time is short, you just have to look at, okay, what can I say within this particular time frame that will communicate my time at the boot camp so far. So you might not, just like they'll tell you want to do a presentation, like a presentation of like a presentation on your project, for example, on your project, a project of, let's say, 50 pages or 40 pages, and you have to present it within 5 to 10 minutes. You can't decide as, okay, I want to say everything that is about my project. You just have to go and hit the point 1, 2, 3, 4, so that the person, the examiner who is there, is actually get to know what you are talking about and is ready to help you and assist you in whatever you are, or probably correct you in any way that needs to correct you. So, but that's actually awesome. Taking the time out and then trying to push that out. That is actually amazing. So, if I may ask, let me ask one more question again. Have you been doing videos before, or this is your first time that you're doing video?
I've actually been doing videos, sir. I'm a content creator, so I just create. But just a beginner content creator, it's very.
Okay. Thank you so much. Okay, that's amazing. I think we are taking it up from there. So I can see the I have to that's I can see was it. Nevertheless, you have to communicate your message, and then, like I said, I think in my last class or the beginner's track, I told them you have to learn to face the camera. No matter what, at what point in time, you have to learn to face the camera. So it might be later, it might be now, later on, when your business is okay, or you're a digital marketer, and that, okay, as a digital marketer, you have to speak about these products, and you are camera shy. it's not going to speak well. So you have to learn to use the camera, face the camera, and communicate effectively to everyone and to those that are probably your customer or your consumer or even your colleagues at work. So I think yes, you can take it up from there. Thank you, Gladys. So don't when you keep trying, you get your time. You won't forget that there's camera there because you are now yourself with the camera. So awesome one, Daniel. Were you able to do your assignment, or are we still expecting your assignment? So that's just by the way. Like I said, today we'll be looking at Google Ads. For example, we're looking at Google Ads, introduction to Google Ads, and we'll be taking a walk through some of these things and look at how they applies to us. So like I said earlier on, I said every time you go on Google and you begin to do some things, there is always something coming up ahead of every other one. So if you do Google search, you're going to see some things. They will number one. Probably you want to buy something, you want to do something, you see it is number one. Then probably you are in a blog, you are reading. There's something that will come and disturb what you are reading. There's something that will come and disturb what you are reading, and so many things like that. But all these things are just a way in which Google try to do what try to push some things in your face. When you are going somewhere and you are like you are getting interested in it, and then Google just bring a blockage. For example, on YouTube, you will interest like the movie, you are enjoying the movie, like you are anticipating the next scene, and the next thing you just say wow, and like what's happening? Is this not the movie I'm watching? And then the next thing you just say then it's going to play for like depending on the amount they pay, maybe 15 seconds or 10 seconds before you can skip. So you can't even skip it. You could just have to okay, let me just hold on. Okay, is it done? Skip, then you click skip. And there are some of them that is not skippable. You can't even skip it. So you just okay, let the ad just play finish and let me watch my video, because they are just trying to say, oh, hey, Mr. Man, Miss Woman, you can do this, you can do that. These are the things we have for you, because someone has paid them to actually run the ads to people, and you are part of the audience that they are targeted. So they'll bring the ads randomly. You might say Jumia, you might say Temu, you might say Grammarly, you might see so many, you might see Bolt, Uber. Like it doesn't even concern the video you're watching, but it will also correct. So that's Google Ads for you. And it's like Google is like the boss of all search engines. So it's like it has access to most of the things that people use every day. Even for you, there's absolutely no like the percentage of people who actually use who don't have a Gmail account is actually lower than those who have. So because when you have a Gmail account, you can synchronize it with so many apps that they have without even having any issue or trying to go through any hiccups. You just have to just put in your Google account and you're good to go. And then you have so many apps to work on free. So you have a Google account, you have access to YouTube, Google Ads, you have access to to your mail, to Drive, to newsletter, to classroom, to forms, so many apps like that because you have a Google account. So we are looking at is this an introduction to Google Ads, and we're looking at some of these things as we progress in the course of this evening. So Google Ads is online platform for advertising, is a platform for advertising. So this is just like you have Facebook ads and you have okay, don't let me use Facebook ads, let me use Meta ads. Just like you have Meta ads, which is Facebook and Instagram, you also have Google ads. Google ads comprises of ads on all platforms that belongs to Google, and it allows business to showcase their products and services through the Google search or through YouTube or through the display network. And you have every one of us have we are familiar with this every time that we do what that we go online to do one thing or the other. So for example, if I Google, okay, let's say for example, I Google my drink connect on the internet, I see that I'm able to see that okay, there's some things that comes up, or I say, okay, let me say I want to buy a shirt, or you want to say I want to buy a phone. Let me type a phone. We're going to do something like that before the end of class so we can see what we are talking about. I want to buy a phone. I just type in the name of the phone, and then you see different things that are coming up, blah, blah, blah. There are some that will give you organic. There is what we call organic results, and there's what we call paid results or ad results, which will be coming up when you use, that will be search ads. So when you search with some keywords, the ads that relates to that, based on the bidding rates, the highest bidder actually comes up better than the other one. So the other ones will never come in subsequently later, probably later on in the search, or probably beneath the top ranking ones. So we have different type of Google ads, and we have this, like I said, the search ads. The search ad basically deals with text, and also you can use image in a way, because if you can use image.google.com, or use your camera to take pictures, and then you try to search with Google. So that's search ads. It brings to bring out. So when you search for that particular thing using words, it brings out those who have bidded for that particular word, or that particular what do you call it, word or optimization that they have done on their webs. If it's organic, but if it's not organic, it means that what they've paid for that particular ads. So when you type in the keyword that's in the ad is going to pop up on your screen, and then it's going to be there. But most times we don't really know which one is an ad and which one is not an ad. You just feel like, okay, all the results are the same thing, but you just have to look at it very well, and you'll be able to see all these things. Then the next one is display ad. This is when we see it like on in every network that Google is. Probably you're online, you are surfing the net, you are trying to watch something, or you're trying to research or something. Basically on a blog, for example, you see display ads all around you. Even in my mails, yes, I think in my Yahoo mail, I don't think Google do that. But in my Yahoo mail, I have display ads by the side. To my right, there's always a long vertical ads that's always playing. Might be videos, might be text that is always there. Then you have the YouTube ads, which, like I said earlier on, it can interrupt your video. It can be that you have to play it before you even start the video. It can even be that you have to skip some of them, and some of them they are not skippable, like I said earlier on. So you just have to wait and just like, okay, let's run through. Let me see. After you run through that, you start playing your video. These are people who have done ads, video ads, so that it can play on that platform, and then they're able to push it there and pay, and then they get their interactions, their results, and everything that pertains to the goal of the ads that they actually set up. And then the first one, we have shopping ads, shopping and app ads. So you might get, for example, there's a particular game I play that Google will also bring different ads, like all manner of ads. At times I will see Timu. At times I will see games like from Play Store. When I click on the games, it takes me straight away to Play Store to download the game. And at times you see just random ads, maybe of a product or something. So these are all what Google ads try to do, because they have a reach almost everywhere. Let me say everywhere, almost everywhere. So when you search and you begin to see, you see Google is always number like top top when it comes to search engines. We have Binge, we have all manner of search engine, but Google has been there for a very long time. So the first one we are talking about is the search ads. Like I said, you are always seeing these things, but you might not even know that it's a search. It might be it's an ad. You might just be like, okay, what's this one? And it's not looking like what I wanted, but it always appear at the top of Google search results. So there are results that are organic, and there are some that are paid. So for example, on the screen now, you can see that image that I put down there is actually showing two things. The um first three links that are shown are actually paid adverts. They are search ads. That is, someone has paid for. When this keyword advertising agency pops up, there's ability for Google to look at, okay, who paid for this particular ads and has this keyword in it, and then using the keyword, it goes in and bring it like, okay, we have three people who are the highest bidder that pay for this one, and drop it there, or two. At times it can be one, depending, and drop it on your screen, and then it goes down again to begin. You can see beneath it, you can see organic results, advertising agency Wikipedia, this advertising agency Wikipedia. These are organic, but the first three are actually paid. So such as target users actively searching for your product or services. So search ad immediately. So you're able to use the Google AdWords very well. You're able to use it to get words that people are looking for. So if I'm searching for, I'm going to do that practical later on. Like I said, if I'm searching for a phone, if you search for a phone online in Nigeria, two platforms are going to come up. First, Jumia. Two, then Konga. Then you can begin to have the GSM Arena and some other platform like that. So they have paid for that search ads. So when you pull up anything on phone that is in their store, it's going to come up first. You see it first. It might be organic, it might be paid. But when it's paid, there's a logo you're going to see there. When we try to do the practical, you see it. There will be AD beside it, showing that it's an ad. So that is how you recognize the one that is an ad and is not an ad when you do Google search for anything that you are searching for. So display ads. Now this is shown on, like, I'm just getting to know that okay, there's an ad that actually shows up on TikTok. For many of us that use TikTok, I think it will also show on Instagram Reel too. You will see that when you're watching some particular video, and currently, like I think it started like 2 or 3 months ago. When you're watching videos, there's just one view that is always odd among all of them. Is very, very odd. Like you like, excuse me, what's this? Just swipe off, because it's a display ad that is being said across to you. And then is an ad that's shown on website, blogs, and app, and also video, like reels and every other thing. So it's great for brand awareness and retargeting. So you see some of these videos are actually, some of these display ads are actually targeted ads. So they are trying to make you know that okay, yes, we are here, and these are things that we do. So I want to just highlight the types of display ad that we have. So the first one that we have is the banner ads. Banner ads. Now the banner ads is something like the one to your right on your screen, the one with the CNN business is the banner ads. So it's rectangular in shape. This one is like all these companies that if you go on online where you see this very well, that's the banner ads. So you sound as a banner. So you can just see, you see the ads. You can see there's ad feedback here showing that that's an ad from Google, showing to you that okay, you can click this banner to go there. And there's something I will call interstitial ads. And this is used on social media, like I said earlier on. The interstitial ad is the one that you find when you are using your Google, your TikTok, or your Instagram reel or Facebook reel. And then you see after, for example, on TikTok, when you use the TikTok and then you get to an ad, when you probably you watch to the end, TikTok is going to bring questions to you like, are you interested in this, or what is this performance, or is this related to you or not? So you answer yes, no, maybe. Then it takes the way, and then you continue with your feed and every other thing. So that is an interstitial. And so, but many people find it very, like for me, I find this I just try to, I don't even want to listen to what you say. So, but depends on how you have created your ad, how you have prepared your brand, your ads ahead of time. And then the next one that we have is the rich media ads. Some of us have gone to, for example, I think if you go to newspaper websites, I think sometimes I go to leadership or punch website, and when you get there, if you, as you are reading your content, the next thing you'll be seeing is one video in one corner is playing. You're not the one that is controlling it. There's another video probably beneath it that is playing again. You are not the one in control of it. It's an ad that is playing automatically from Google. So it contains, it might be text, the videos, all together is a rich media ads that is being shown to you. And then we have native ads. Native ads is when you go to some, let's say for example, you go to a food uh or a medical blog and everything, and then down beneath every is one in the center. If you can see the image in the center. Oh, sorry, the image in the center A, that is, you see a group of other articles I can read and relate to what you are probably you are reading about food, and it tells you okay, this particular food that you have read now, we have the recipe somewhere, you have where you can buy it there, and it just bring related articles to you, and at times it's not even related. That's the first thing. So these are example of display ads that Google use, but you will create some, at most you create the creative that you want to use to capture people. So you must understand who you are trying to speak to, and you must prepare yourself ahead of time for the ads that you are going to put out. So don't just decide to, let me just create something for, yeah, ways that you can create the ads is in different forms and different variety. Like I said, just like Gladys did the video for Facebook reel, you see, you can't just go ahead and post that video on YouTube. That video will actually go to YouTube Shorts instead of YouTube, because if you post on YouTube, it's gonna look somehow because it's vertical in 3 by Sorry, can you see my screen? Please, can you see through my screen? I don't know, and my phone said I lost connection for a few minutes. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So I'm going when I move to next slide, I would like to know if it's moving or not because I'm actually lose that. But so you have to know what the particular ads you want to run, or the particular, if it's just search ads you are going to, but if it is display ads, you have to get the requirement that you want to use per time. Now for the native ads here, what this is just like is using the feature image and the caption of the particular page. So you can do an ad for your page, or you can do an ad for your probably your website or something. So it depends on how you want to do it. And then you can do like this is, I think this is like an article or a particular section of CNN business that they want people to go to. And this is talking about professional in business in football. So probably is a you have to go to a particular handle or just a community in which you can meet people. So these are examples of display. And so we have the native, we have the interstitial, we have the rich media, and then we have the banner ads. So then we have the one that we are always that is always very provocative to everyone that uses YouTube very well. We have the YouTube ads that you can, yeah, there was that okay when you come in, you can just say 5 seconds, you just skip it, oh, get out. And there's some that you cannot do that. You just have to, when you skip it now, after like 20 minutes is going to come back, or 10 minutes is going to come back. So you just have to like, okay, let's just play, and then you guys should stop disturbing me. So YouTube ads are actually majorly videos. So you can't put a text ad in YouTube because YouTube is a video platform. So you can't say, okay, I want to run an ads on Google and I want to go to YouTube and just put it as text. No, Google is going to even tell you that no, that's not the format that you want, because the format is actually required. Even when you are doing what do you call it, meta ads, you are required to fulfill some certain requirement when it comes to your creative and everything that you want to use. So you can't just put anything there. You have to ensure that it meets the requirement that is needed at the moment. And for YouTube, you need a video. So sometimes it appears before the video, like I said, and sometimes it appears after or during your videos. So for example, you might see Grammarly, sometimes you might see YouTube, sometimes you even see scholarship, you see travel agencies, immigration, everything just coming up. Like, this is not what I want, but because it's an ad, you can't run away from it. Even let's say, for example, let's dive into meta ads. When you're on Facebook and you're scrolling, you see you meet some ads. Recently, I was coming across Stephen Akitayo's ads on a particular. I think he was trying to run a project or do a project or something about real estate. Like the first day I checked, after 3 days I came back. I still made like the ad still came back to my feed. I'm like, this should have left actually, because there's nothing keeping this here. But because of probably the amount invested in it, it keeps showing some who have interacted with the ads. So the is a video ad, just like which can also go to YouTube. The video that is actually showing that you have to interact with, or you can have anything, have information about whatever you want to get from that particular ad that is being shown. So it can be before, it can be during the videos, depending, but majorly it is at where you like the captivating point. You know, the videos that have been uploaded by YouTube to YouTube, and YouTube knows where it's actually captivating and interesting. So they will target that point, and then when you are like engrossed and you can't just say I'm not watching again, that's when they will bring up the apps if it's in between and tell you, oh, for like 10 seconds, we want to take your attention away. Don't be angry, but just wait. You know you also want to continue to watch the movie, and then you sit down for like 10, 50 seconds, and then you continue watching the movie. And that's so we have the YouTube so now, what is PPC? There's something called PPC, and it is actually almost on everywhere that every ad that we run. So PPC is pay per click. That is, you're charged based on the number of clicks that you get. Remember, when you set an ad, you don't set an ad without a call to action. So if there's no call to action, it's just gonna be an awareness ad, and people might not click and some might click. But you must have a CTA, no matter how little or small. It might be followers, it might be sending DM. You must have a CTA attached as a digital marketer to your ads. So when you now want to begin to run the ads, then Google or Facebook. For example, we are using Google now. Google, we actually look at people who are clicking that button, clicking that link to go to your probably your website or to go to your page or to interact with your section of section that you want people to interact with. And this helps to maximize the efficiency of an ad. So you don't just run the ads like okay, just let's just run the ads. No, people are there's a way that people actually measure how people are interacting with that ad. You might have a lot of one thing is you might have a lot of impression and low PPC. That is, you have no, sorry, I said look, sorry, low clicks. People, a lot of people might see your ads and they might not click on it to take you to where they want to, maybe your market or your marketplace or your store or something. They might just be looking at it. Impression might be high, and yet at the end you begin to check your result and you say, "Oh, what's going on? Nothing is happening here." But I have a lot of reach. But so PPC helps to maximize the efficiency of your ad. So the more people click on your ads, and the more even the higher the what will I call it? PPC, the better for you as a data marketer. So what this PPC is actually like I said earlier on, is actually you can find it in Google Ads, you can find it in Meta Ads and every other ads platform. So you always come across it per time. And then we go to another one which is cost per click, CPC. CPC. This is amount you pay per click. CPC, the amount you pay per click. So, and then we have the click-through rates. Now there are some certain formula that's actually attached to some of these things. So I said that we have the PPC, which is advertiser pay only when users click on their ads. So it's only happen like the payment only happens when there is a click on your ad. And the CPC, which is the cost per click, amount you pay per ad click. So this is the actual price you pay each time someone clicks your ad. So each time someone clicks and says, I love this person's product, so let me click. Then there's a certain amount that you pay from your purse or your wallet. Probably you have funded it or you connected your card to it. There's an amount you are going to pay for that. Then we have the click-through rates. And this is the percentage of users who click the ad. This is a percentage of users who saw your ad and clicked on it. This helps to measure how effective your ad is. So, like I said, impression. You might have a lot of impression, but if there's no click, then then that's a that will not be a good ad to really look at. So the percentage of users who actually click the ad is your click-through rate. Then we have the return on investment. This talks about the profits from ad versus the amount spent. So you now look at, okay, I spent 1,000 naira. What did I get back from the 1,000 naira that I spent on this ad? How much is coming in? Probably you spent 30,000 naira, and in your conversion after the sales and everything, you're able to make a sale of 100,000 naira. Then you can say, oh, okay, I think this is actually amazing. I made some sales. So a few formulas that I will just say. The CPC, to calculate your CPC, that will be the total cost of clicks over the total number of clicks. Total cost of clicks over the total number of clicks. So it can be your overall amount for the ads over the total number of clicks that you get. Hope you get that. Then we have your click-through rate. Your click-through rate is the number of clicks over impression multiplied by 100 is in percentage, multiplied by 100. So the number of clicks over the number of impression times 100. That is your click-through rate. Then you have the return on investment, which is revenue, the amount you put in, or sorry, the amount you gain minus cost of ad over cost of ad times 100. So with that, you'll be able to actually be able to get your return on investment. So even as you are running the ads, you're actually looking at the fact that, okay, as I'm running the ads, I should be able to make profit. Don't just run ads and just leave everything to Google to decide and not come back to check your metrics. Like I told the class, I told them that when you're setting up ads and everything, you must always come back to check what is going on so that you can switch things to the positive side. So maybe already your art is even doing well and people are already giving negative feedback. You'll be able to know what to do immediately to ensure that what this actually goes to where it needs to get to. So you actually have to even measure your profit. So your profit is actually okay. I spend 1,000 on this art. How much how many people come in? Let's say, for example, how many people come into the community? Maybe the community amount is just 1,000 naira or 2,000 naira per person to come in, and then you look at, okay, how many people come into my community? Maybe they have like five. That's 5,000 naira. Then you remove the cost, which is 1,000 naira, and then that means you still have looking at it straight, you can see that you still have 4,000 naira, which is actually a return on the investment of 1,000 naira in the ads that you have put up on Google or on Meta, as it may seems. So, like I said, CPC, cost per click, helps to manage your budgets. Your CTR click-through shows how effective your ad is. So you'll be able to know, okay, is my ad really clicking? Like, is there a click? Like, is the click through rate actually high or is low? If it's low, then actually means you are just having like an awareness ads. People are not really engaging with your ads. So if people are engaging with your ads, your click-through rate would actually be high. But if they are not, your click-through rate will actually be low. So you need to monitor this effectively and see, okay, let me see what's going on here. Let me look at the passing. How many people have we reached over this period of time? Okay, we'll reach 1,000. How many people click this ad? Because it's going to show you all these things in the insights. It's going to show you all these things in the insights. So you'll just look at, okay, how is this ad doing well? How is it not doing? For example, if you use Meta ads, you get let's say, for example, you are saying reach or send messages to DM. It's going to tell you, okay, we have 1,000 people who engage with this post, but we have like 18 conversations or 30 conversations from this particular ads. Then you can then compare the effectiveness of the ads. Then your ROI, which is return on investment, shows how profitable your ads has been over a period of time, maybe 2 days, 3 days, or 7 days, and the likes. So, like setting up an ads, you need to first and foremost, you need to set a goal, which is like an objective that you want to do. So it might be to increase your website traffic, bring people down to my website. It might be that, okay, take people to this particular page. We just made a post for a certain organization and we want that page to have a lot of engagement. Send people to that particular page. It can be okay, I want people to know about this products and the demo, and then you put it out there and then you run the ad. So you can set a budget per day and you can set the budgets per time. So if, let's say, for example, you're setting the budget for like maybe let's say like 3,000 naira per day or 4,000 per day, then you can set the budget per day, depending. But there's a sorry, please for a while. Stay at, for example, there's a limit, so you can't go beyond that limit when you're setting ads. So you can't, you want to do an ads for less than, for example, on Google Ads, let's say you want to do less than a dollar. You know, it looks somehow, it's gonna sound somehow. Google might actually say, no, you have to step it up so that you get the results that you actually wanted. So you don't just say, okay, I want to do as I say, okay, let's just do like 500 naira. For example, in Nigeria, let's do 500 naira. And Google is looking at like 500, how much is 500 naira in my own conversion? Remember, Google has to use actually the foreign currency, even what do you call it? Meta, like most of them will do the conversion to foreign currency to measure the ads pricing and cost per time. And then the way your ads do will determine the bidding price that you're going to get for that your particular ads. And who are your target audience? People who are searching for best laptop, or people who are looking to get this or that from anybody. So you have a target audience, you have an objective, you have a budget set, and then you begin to design your creative for that ads. Then after that, you can now go to the platform, probably Google Ads, and then so while you have a Gmail account, you'll be able to have a Google Ads account, and then you can begin to update it and then set whatever the parameter that you want per time to launch into the deep. And then when you set the parameter and everything, and then you launch, it's going to go out. Google will begin to take the ads and begin to show it to everyone. So we looked at the fact that Google Ads is a very powerful marketing tool for each and everyone as a digital marketer. You can also understand it's, we've talked about the different types of ads, which is the search, display, YouTube, and also shop ads that you might see, Temu and the likes, and Jumia. Then we talk about the metrics, which are CPC, CTR, ROI, and these are tools that you use in measuring your ads. And quickly, we'll be running to check some example and see some example on my screen from here. So we'll be checking some things that Google actually plays around with, even as we launch to see. Maybe want to search some word. So let someone give me an example, a word. Give me something that we can search on Google. Give me something we can search on Google. Okay, Toby.
Good afternoon, Mr. Tosi. Let's we can search for sending money to the UK from Nigeria.
Okay, thank you. So let's do that live. Okay, okay, we check that too. These issues. Okay. Okay, so let's switch to the tab. Yep. So sending money to, sorry, in UK from Nigeria. Now we have revolts. Do we have anybody doing ads? Let's see. Nope. Nope. Everything is organic. Everything is organic. Using SEO. Yes, using SEO, everything is organic. So let's try to search for shoes. I'm actually expecting to see some apps, but I'm not seeing them. I don't know why. Okay, now good. Can you see? Can you see what I'm seeing? Stop because so is others are not even showing, they are just organic. So but this is actually showing that okay, these are actually sponsored ads from Google. So let's try let me try phones. Let me try brand of phone. Oh, you can see. Okay, now I try to click on the three button here to see, and then my ad center begin to show me, okay, do I want to, so this is at my own discretion, but just know that they have paid. But the moment I click on it now, Google will collect money from them. I pay or I did not pay, Google is going to get its own money from them. So I might go to their website and just leave and get that bought. That is their own, that's a click for them. To Google, that's a click also for them, and they take the money from the post that they want the ads. So let's try phone. So let's try a phone. Let's see what comes up. Okay, so this is not okay. Yeah, this and that thing. This and that thing. Now you can see that I search this thing because Redmi as the products is ranking higher and does not allow anything to come on top. But I think when you check on the phone, it's not going to be like this because I'm using a laptop. That's why it's like this. The sponsored ads. This is from, okay, we have it from eBay. We have it from which other platform? eBay is paying to put these words up. Yes, eBay. So you can see it can be by the left or right hand side of your screen. It can be on top of the screen based on whatever the gadgets or device that you're using on it. So as such ads, that's what we just look at now. So let's go to let's stop sharing. Stop sharing. So we're just going to play a video randomly on YouTube to see what we have there. Maybe we'll be able to see something or not. Okay, you can even, I don't even need to play something. You can see this here. You see this here? It says reach the right audience no matter where you are. Google Ads already itself is making ads for you to come and drive sales and everything. A 30 seconds video for Google itself to do the video. So let's try to see if we can play a random video. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, let's see if it's going to allow us to play this without having any stroke.
Out of bed early to work on your business when
Google is not going to allow us. It's not going to allow us in this. It's going to take a while. I'm looking for a video I can play that Google is going to pop up. Okay.
New semester,
Yeah.
new adventures. Lock in the best flight deals to London.
What's up, guys, and welcome back.
So you can see that you can see that video, this particular video actually have a Google Ads, which is I think waka now for like I think 3 or 5 seconds before you can skip, before you then come to the main video that you want to watch eventually. So that's some of the things that Google Ads actually do. So you have the capacity and the ability to choose whichever platform that you want to choose. Though the more you begin to use the set your parameters and you begin to experiment with these things, you understand better. So and that remember that every platform has its unique format. So don't go ahead and just put any ads out, but ensure that you know the requirement format for each version. Let's say for video, even for video, there are versions that we have the HD, we have the MP4, we have the full 4K, depending on the platform, like what Google requires concerning some of these things. And then when it comes to pictures, there are some file size that is, or the resolution, the size of the frames, and all these things are also necessary for you to take note when you want to run ads on Google or any platform. I'm just going to generalize on any platform. You have to take note of that. And those just run your ads like, okay, let's just run the ads. Let's run the ads. You are taking time to prepare. You are taking time to prepare on what you want to put out there, so that eventually at the end of it, you're able to sit down and measure the metrics of what you have done so far. And doing that, okay, yes, I've been able to achieve this with this ads. I'm able to achieve it. I think I have more people in mind. Probably you are doing an awareness campaign to get people to engage with the page. Okay, before the ads, I had like 10 people or 100 people, and then after the ads, I had like 500 people. That in terms of to some extent, depending on the amount you have spent, and then you can say, okay, yeah, that's cool, I'm good to go. And then, or you can say, okay, I want to make sales. Okay, I'm spending like 10,000 naira on these ads. I want to make sales of at least minimum of 50,000 naira from the ads, no matter what. And then you see that when you set the ads, like halfway, you are not even getting anything. You should go back and look at the ads you put up, because if you are not careful, you might just get 1 or 2 or 3 to make purchase, which might not be what you expected. So you have to sit and plan ahead to even put up any ad that you want to put up. So even if you are going, let's say for example, you want to do a banner ad, which is pointing people to a particular website or a website page. So you might have done your assignment using the search engine optimization and keywords in that particular post, so that even when people search for it naturally, the website pop up. Then when you actually now enhance it with the Google Ads, is actually giving it more visibility. So as a way of crawling almost all websites and trying to, so far you have installed some things there, or giving Google some assets, which is called indexing. Google can go around and pick so many things, and then so if anybody requests for it, Google will just bring it up and say, okay, this is what you want. Just like we search for shoes not quite long, you see that Google went to bring ads from Temu, like, okay, there are shoes from Temu has paid. Okay. Then you now see Jumia and the likes underneath. I didn't even know that Jumia is on stock. Previously I always see Jumia and Konga, but now I think they are just like, okay, we are okay, and then let's continue with what we are doing. So you see Temu coming up, and then every other brands that have paid for that particular ad. So ensure that you prepare, get all your parameters ready before you go ahead to launch your campaign. If you need someone to review with you, you can actually reach out to someone to review with you, and then you guys can measure the metrics together to ensure that at the end of it, you'll be able to get something better. And then you can use Google Ads, Google AdWords. I think there's a way you use Google AdWords to get some certain keywords in even for such engine optimization. You can use Google AdWords, and then also you can use it for your ad itself. So at the end of the ad, there are some words that relates to what you are doing, and then you can begin to use that to work. So that is what we have looked at this evening. We have very few of us in class today. I don't know what happened. So I don't know if there's any question in the house. Okay, Toby.
Good evening, sir, once more. Thank you for the class. Sorry, I've been having reception issues in and out. I wanted to ask about relevance because um when we're searching for stuff and Google is ranking them, sometimes the top, I think the top one is paid, then organic under. So if you're new brand that wants to maybe go organic first before search, how do you gain relevance quickly or authority in 2025 currently? Thank you.
Okay, I think if you're a new brand, depending on the platform you are using, actually depending on the platform you are using, you have to first optimize your. If, for example, if you're a new brand and you have a website, you have to optimize your website. You have to give room to Google to index your website, and after indexing your website, then Google will be giving you the feedback. Actually, there's what we call search by Google, which will give you insight to whatever you're doing. So then you have to begin to look at keywords that are at like things that are familiar with what you do, keywords that are familiar with what you do. So you try to look at the keywords, and then you begin to look at how you can begin to use this keyword in some of your content. So the more you are using these keywords, the more Google decide to search and then begin to put out your particular website. And then the more people are clicking on that your website, is giving Google the credibility that this website has this thing, is a credible website or is a credible brand that you can trust. And then over time, you see that you rank higher. There's some companies or firms that when they started out, nobody even know them or anything. But when you go back to Google now, after like a few months, because they've actually been working behind, and this is behind the scene, and they've allowed Google to index and so many other things, and they now put in those keywords, you see that it's actually come up. So you must try as much as possible to optimize what you do. Probably even if in social media, ensure that your profile, everything is filled up correctly. And then from there, you can actually, when people begin to search, part time, Google will be showing it to people. And then luckily, you can also, I think we are going to do something like this in the next class or probably later on. You can, as a small business, so when you have a Google account, you can use what we call Google My Business. I'm going to try that out. Is a way of registering your business with Google. So even if people search naturally, just locally, like just Google something related, Google might actually pop up your business. Like, okay, this is a business that is doing this. This is a firm, or probably even your name. You might search your company's name or your name related to your name, and then your company comes out. Let me try to check something here. Let me see if I'm going to see something like that. Okay, let me see in Lagos. Just a moment. Trying to test run some things. Okay, so now let me share my screen with you so you can see some people who have used Google My Business as something. So now I Google clinic in Lagos, and then because these people have used Google My Business, it might be a big hospital, it might be a small hospital, but they've been able to maximize Google My Business. So it's going to pop up, like they fill the details and there are reviews on it. So like you see, and there are more places because it's on Google My Business. So there are a lot of things going to show up here and you'll be able to see them. It will show the time that let's click on one and see what's going to show us. So you see, showing the clinic, it's going to show me where they are located, the closing time, the contacts, and then people review and every other thing about them. You see their profile. So you as a small business can do something like this for yourself. You can do something like this for yourself. Google My Business. So you can do it for yourself to at least optimize yourself locally, ranking without having to pay organically on Google. Well, Claire, Toby.
Yes, sir, I am. I am. Thank you very much.
Okay, thanks so much. So we have been able to look at Google Ads and how they function. We have to look at the display ads. Okay, I've not shown the display ads. Sorry. Let me try to go to okay, let me see. Punch. So I'm going to go to Punch so that we can see some of these ads that we'll talk about. So let's see if we can find any of the ads here. See. Now, can you see? You can see different ads coming up. These are an advertisement from Google, from Gigi. These are an ads. This is a banner ads. This is also like a banner ads. Let's see if we can find any of that. These are banner ads again. You can see. Let me see if there's another one. Okay, there's one more. This another ads here too. A banner ad. You can see. Banana Island is a banner ad. So let's click a story and go and see how it's going to happen. And then see another ads again. These are ads again from Google. MTN tell you get data for free. But sorry, 100 for each referral. So if you refer, probably is even owned by somebody. So or even from MTN. So if you refer, you might actually get 100 MB. So now I'm in the content now. I'm trying to read the content. And you can see there's an ads here, advertisement is here. Then let's go down. You can see what does watch have to do with Ganifa Wayne? That's an ads. You can see even by your right hand side, you can see so many ads. After download e-copy, you can see Aja is an ads. You can see what again? What is again? So we have the Aja, we have the watch as an ads on this particular page. We have this job offers as an ads. There's an ad here, and so now this is actually this is an ad here. Now these things are actually determined by you. So when you own a website, you can determine where you want the ads to show. You can decide, okay, Google, I don't want you to go to my profile. Don't go and put any ads on my profile. You can determine where you want to put those ads, where you want them to be showing per time. So these are things that you set up with Google, set by Google, and in Google, I think Google AdSense or Google, what is the name of this Google? I think Google Ads or Google AdSense. You need to go there and then you begin to give parameters and access to Google to put ads, related or not related. It's just going to place it wherever you allow you to place it, and then from there you'll be earning some things. And those who are also actually putting the ads, they are paying Google, and they are also what they are making their own money. So that's just a bit of introduction to Google Ads. I think I have done the, how will I say, an overview, and I've shown us some of these things that we do on that Google Ads looks like. So we are not strange when we see these things come up. So when you meet them on, yes, I glad you said earlier that it's annoying. Yes, it's annoying, but someone has paid for it. You have to wait, and you have to just let it go, or you just scroll it. Just like the one I clicked. I was on, I was on, what do you call it? I was on Punch, and I was trying to read something. Look at what came up. Like, excuse me, this is not where you take me to. But if I don't cancel it or I don't click on it, it's not going to go away. So I have to just cancel it because I'm not interested. So there's still a power of choice. And some people today now, they use what we call Google, ad blocker. So if you're someone that use ad blocker, you see that some of these ads will not even open or play on, if it's a video ad, it not play on your phone or your gadgets. But there are some websites, I think I was on a website recently, and my phone, I don't know, maybe my Chrome actually adds a ad blocker attached to it or something, because I did not activate it. And the website was telling me that I have to switch off my ad blocker before I can read. I tried so many times to read. Brrr, they didn't allow me to read because they are profiting from the ads and they want you to see the ads. So I have to find a way to off my ad blocker, or I can use another browser to read it so that there's no ad blocker there. So there's some websites that are like, they are very annoying to that instant. And there are some that they can actually just leave you. Okay, it's your choice. You can decide to just cancel it, or you can decide to just stay on and watch the ads or not, or you can decide to just click the ad away. So it's a choice that Google will actually give anyone. You can even decide that, Google, I don't like this ad, don't show me this ad again. And Google will say, no problem. I read your algorithms, I will not show it to you again. So when you click some of these banners or you cancel some of these banners, you see that the moment you cancel them, Google is going to give you some feedback questions that, okay, why don't you like this ad? Is it that it's annoying? Is it blocking what you are reading? Is it that this and that? And you say, okay, I think it's blocking what I'm reading, or it's not really pertaining to what I wanted. And then the moment you do that, you see that Google is going to actually note that, and later on Google might actually bring it back to your face. So that is all about Google Ads, and then we should try to experiment with it a little. You have a Google account, so just try to experiment a little and see what you can come up with. You don't need to run the ads. I think Google will actually give you, from my last interaction, Google gave 300 credits, 300, I think, no, $300 credits to run an ad. So if I want to run an ad on Google, I have 300 credits and I can use it. So, but I just left it there. I'm not ready to venture into that fair. If I'm ready, I'm going to take it effectively. I'm going to see that, okay, whenever I'm pushing, what I'm pushing is actually going to the right source. Even if it's free, then I can later on I can pay more to enhance what I am doing. So it's been an awesome time this evening. I don't know, Daniel left the class. I don't know what's up. So we have Toby and Gladys in class this evening. So that's just that about introduction to Google Ads. So later on we take it up from there in the next class. So let's do well to do, like I said earlier on, let's do well to explore one. Let's do well to commit, like you have shown commitment by coming on board, which we'll appreciate and we'll celebrate at every point in time. Then also let's remember to always do our assessments or our assignments as given per time. Like for the other class, I will tell them we have assignment and we have assessment. Your assignment might be submit tomorrow. Your assessment might be submit in a few days, or just do it and submit. And the assessment might also be that it might also be that you have to be part-time, the one we had the first time, that everybody has to come on by a particular time and you'll do your assessment at once. So okay, yes, Toby has not submitted, so we are expecting your submission. Like I told them, I said your submission, okay, hold on, I said your submission is not until you come and submit to us. When you submit, we will fill your tag, we will see your tag. So when we see your tag, you know you have submitted the assignment. So that is what validates you doing the assignment. Okay, Toby.
Yes, sir. I wanted to defend myself because I saw Miss Yetunde noted that I haven't submitted. We're supposed to have, I think she said we're supposed to have a link on the group on Tuesday so that we could submit. I texted Miss Gladys to find out because my WhatsApp on the group logged me out from my PC,
Oh,
so I had to message the admin to get the invite link back, and I tried to find out if the link was dropped, but it wasn't dropped for the two.
okay.
Let's see.
So the assignment, which is
So
okay, it said you can present it now if you have it. Do you have it now?
I have it. The other one, let me see. The one from Miss Yetunde, I don't know if it's because that one is large. The other one for Miss what's her name? Miss Georgine, that one is relatively small. That one's like 19 MB. I don't know if
So
I
which one
can.
would you like to show us? If possible.
Okay, let me present the one for Miss Georgine. The other one is a bit large, so I don't know if because my reception is kind of
Okay.
reception is not that strong. Let me try it, if I may. It's not going to disrupt the class.
No problem. Okay, ma. While we wait for Toby, so you can go ahead, ma.
All right, thank you very much, Susan, for that session. I believe you guys have actually picked a lot from Susan's presentation, and I hope that one of these days be able to do the hands-on. The account we use is now the issue because I've been trying to get we got I don't know what happened to our account and then we're not able to do some practicals on all that Tunisia and solution of this data. So yes, talk to us about social media ads. That's mentioned the bit about the Facebook, but not I can't remember it, but it talked also about YouTube and Google ads. I hope the big stuff from that. Yeah, so we can also read more on it on our own and to start preparing um, our resources to practice. And then when you have, because really the best way you can learn is when you practice and then you come back to class to ask questions. And that is what will now take me to Gladys assignment submission. You know, when I saw it, I laughed. Why? Because I know that I gave them 3 minutes, right? Gladys, the assignment is 3 minutes video. Is that what I said? Or 2 minutes?
It's 2 minutes more.
I could see that in your presentation. I could see that you have a lot to say. And, you know, you saying it in a rush. Yeah, so you had 2 minutes and then you had to rush it. So now I want to address how you can do that also. Maybe next time what you want to, because really sometimes we have a lot to say and we don't know how to put it together in a concise manner. What I always do is I always take it. Can you hear me? That is please mute. Your microphone is okay. Thank you. So instead of you trying to rush it, you would have done your full video, put that aside. Then you will now do a script, right? That can, because really I know that you want to, yeah, of course, I like the fact that your face is showing, which is very, very good. What you can do is you can write out your script and the script for the original video. Then you will now take it to either a tool like ChatGPT that can help you. So what's it called? Reduce that content, right? To a concise, to a what's it called? Yeah, to concisely present what you have instead of having yourself. Um, I'm looking for the right word. Compress a 5 minute video into two, and then it now looks like you're rushing. Honestly, despite you rushed, the video was still, in fact, I could get all the message. That's just the truth. And so kudos for that. But next time you can try to do the original, the full video. If I were you, I would have done it creatively. And then I'll now do a smaller one, like an introduction. And I like the fact that you took the initiative to go on social media to post it there. And you didn't even share the link. We just saw it automatically. And I'm like, wow. So I think going forward, we'll maybe use that more. We just submit it on the social media because really, eventually, we would have to use it also. So just go ahead. Maybe that's what Toby will do. And Daniel, your own also, please submit it on the WhatsApp. Sorry, on any of our social media. It could be LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. Now, when you are done with the full video, generate a script from the full video. Then use a tool that can help you to compress the content in a what's it called? So now, if I would do that after putting transcribing my original video, I would go to a platform like ChatGPT, and I would say compress this message or this script to a 2 minutes, content. So by the time ChatGPT picks it, it's going to help you adjust it, modify it, and then some things that you repeated, all those repetition will be removed. Not like you have a lot of repetition, that's just the truth. But there's a way it will help you compress it, and then you now have some fact. So since I know that what I have is 2 minutes, what I will tell ChatGPT to do for me is give me the content, sorry, reduce the content to instead of using 2 minutes, which is 120 minutes, I can say 100 seconds. So that by the time I'm going to start reading or I'm going to memorize it and then what's it called, reproduce it, by the time I'm going to add my pauses and I'll get to the 2 minutes. So you can look at doing that as well. Do your first original video, then look for a tool like ChatGPT to help you compress it. Right. Another way is you want to I like your way though. You can also look at using different pictures, just like the example that we shared with you at the last class. Pictures that represent what you're trying to say, and then you can have your text, and then you have your voice note. You have your voice note, so your voice note is saying it slowly with that script that ChatGPT has helped you to generate in the compressed to less than 2 minutes. But yeah, you just use the pictures. You can take pictures from classes based on, okay, so for example, the assignment that you're giving, your pictures while you're in class, the notes that you have taken, you can snap them. The screenshots you got from instructors sessions rather, and even maybe some related points that you think you want to pick. You just look for creative ways to bring those pictures together, and then your voice will now be a voiceover. So that way you can read that script without looking at the camera. Another thing you can also do is if you use Canva, you can record yourself. So you can have all of those images laid with your different pages. Then you will now go back, when you're done laying everything, you can now go back to the beginning of, so maybe I should show you instead of just talking about it. If I have to show you, then I have to log in. Yeah, maybe just hold on, let me show you what I'm trying to explain. So I'm there now. Oh, I go. Put it on 0. Okay, so right, I have to go back to my internet. Okay, so let me share. Can you see my screen yet? Is it up?
No, ma, your screen is not visible yet.
Oh, okay. Let's hope it's popping up. My system has it above. So can you see my screen now? Is it showing?
Not yet, man. Okay, now it is.
Yes, it's showing.
Is the screen okay? I think it's coming up now. So you can create your video after you're done, creating your scripts. You would record it if you want to use it as just a background um, voiceover, or a voiceover where your video will be on it and then it's at the same time uh, playing as the video plays. So these are the two ways in which you can do it. You come to video, right? You can select an existing video or do your video from scratch. You can select from any of these templates, but make sure you are not using a premium template if you don't have access to a premium account. Anything tag premium pro, don't use them if you are not using a premium account, because you won't be able to download them eventually. But if you are using a premium account, that means you can go ahead and use them. So you pick a video. Let's look for a video. Let's say, for example, digital marketing strategies. Let's look at that. If you like the video, you can take off all the pictures on that video and use it to create yours. If not, so for instance, if I'm to do that my assignment, do you know that I pick this and then I will just change this to my maybe digital marketing experience, my digital marketing learning experience at my Dream Connect. Because this text is so big and it's covering the video, so but you can adjust it. By the time you're done writing that, you adjust. You can see the video as, I think the video is less than, it's about 15 seconds. Let's even play it and see what it looks like. Not playing. I can't hear anything. Okay, okay. I think I have to. Okay, it doesn't have any sound. It's just a video. So you can replace all this video with your own video if you want. And if you don't want video, you can replace them with just images by just uploading content from here. Now, this does not have any video. If you have set your voiceover to play for 100 seconds, then what you want to do is upload that audio right from here, upload it as an audio, and then pick the audio and add it to the video. Now let's try and play this.
Welcome to My Dream Connect's Tech Bootcamp program,
Can you guys hear
a
anything?
transformative initiative designed to equip Africa's youth with the most sought-after skills in today's workforce. Our goal?
Okay, so it has stopped because it's the end of the video. If I expand this video further, it will continue to expand. But this, okay, this has expanded with it. Now, do you know I can cut this from maybe here at any point I feel I want to cut it and add another one. That is one way. So you have your video above and then you have your voice notes. That's your voiceover below. You can cut this in between and you can also cut this in between if you want to. If I show you the one that we did, you will see that at some point we cut the video. So let me show you that, then we'll now do the second step. So let me look at some of the words, or at least that particular one that we used last week, that we showed you guys last week. Okay. Yeah, so this is it. If you look at this, you would see that at some point we cut, this space was empty. So by the time this starts playing, you would see that when it gets here, it stops playing. It will be empty, nothing was, talking, and then until it gets here. Then there's a second sound that,
Welcome to My Dream Connect Tech Bootcamp program, a transformative initiative designed to equip Africa's youth with the most sought-after skills in today's workforce. Our goal? To ensure every young individual aged 15 to 35 has access to in-demand skills that help them create a career path, achieve financial independence, and contribute to national economic growth. The Tech Bootcamp offers 4 essential tracks tailored to meet global workforce demands: programming, data analysis, digital media marketing, product design, UI, UX.
My internet. So you see that ahead. You can imagine I've stopped it and it's still playing. So I think it's my internet, because the video is going the right, what's called, is going at the right pace, but the recording isn't. So you would see that what is being said is what you would see, written on the images that, have been created. So this is another way in which you can do it. You can have multiple, you see that we have this purple represents a sound, the beat. The second is the voiceover that was created. So that then when we started playing the voiceover, what we did was to reduce the volume, because you can reduce the volume of your audio, your audio whenever you are playing it on a video. So you will see that at the beginning, from here, it was very loud. When it got here, we made it very empty. We didn't play anything. We just wanted to transition, and then it continued from here. And then at this point, we reduced the volume, right, from here, and then we added the second one, the one that is on the blue line. So the volume of the one on the blue line now became louder, but this purple was now playing just, behind it. Is now playing, what do I call it, in the background. Yes, it's now playing in the background lightly, so that it's not interfering with the one in blue. So you have to be able to, by the time you are done doing all of this, you can now save as, and your video will be ready. Anything you want to type on your images or videos, you can actually do them. Canva can do a whole lot, but you see that this video is 3 minutes. So we have to do a lot of cutting, adjusting the voiceover notes, but scripting it, and then we ended up creating the 3-minute video. So another way I was going to show you is, let me see, I think I'll have to start a new one. Okay, so let's say we're creating a design. Sorry. Create a video. I'm looking forward. Okay, let's just do 5 tips of how to work on it. So this is it's even less than 30 seconds. But I'm not sure it has any. Okay, this doesn't have. We see that tip 1, tip 2. So if you have to put your voice on this now, whether you do it that first way or you do it, you're on it, and then you come to upload and record yourself on it. So I can actually record myself on this as it is. Can you see it? You can see, can you see my face? So I can be on it. I'm sure you've seen videos like this. I think you can change the location of your video. You can decide to bring it here, right? And you start to record yourself. You must have done your, can you see it? You must have done your script, and then but you arrange your pictures and all the content first. Make sure everything is ready. We've expanded them to the length of that script, and when you're done expanding into the length of the script, you can now start recording. So you can actually read your script. Then you put it beside you, and then you are reading. You put it in a way you can read and dramatize, so that it doesn't look like, oh, you are reading from any book or any paper, right? So, and you click on record to start. By the time you are done, you're good to go. I don't know if that helps. So I thought I should let you guys know how to do that, so that you can also you can use Canva. I think I don't know, I asked the other time and nobody uses Canva here. I don't, Abby. Yeah, so
but I do, but it's very, it just hangs most of the time. It's always hanging. So that's the reason why
it's hanging.
It hangs.
It hangs?
Yes, it hangs. Yes,
No,
ma'am.
I'm not sure because what we use for that video I just played is Canva. It's Canva actually. So, and this one also, I think I've done one also before, and I use Canva. So you want to check again. Maybe it's your device.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
So you can use it to create your 1 minute video, 2 minute videos. You don't necessarily have to have, but just make sure that your camera is good. For example, the screen that I'm using is broken, so I'm not sure if it's going to come out nice. But yeah, the screen got broken, it fell, and then it got broken. So I don't know if the camera comes out nice. But if not, if your design is very fine and your small head is not so but let your design be very sharp and good, and then you can record what you have to record. That's what you would see, that's what most people are using on um Facebook, where they get other people's videos and they're saying something about it, and you're seeing them saying, really? And they're playing another um um either another person's video or whether I don't know whether their own or something. Yeah, that's what they do. They'll just put their head there and then they're shaking their head, they're doing all sort of things. They're not adding anything to it, but they are using what's it called, tools like Canva to achieve that goal. It's just to pay for a premium account monthly, and they're able to do that. That's what they do. So you, as a social media manager, should also learn how to use all of these tools, of course, positively, to at least get started. I think this is for me. I know that, yeah, using your phone is very easy to record yourself and then post it. But if you want to start, if you want to make it more professional, and then you feel, oh, the hassle of using your video will be too much to manage, just use this. Place your phone somewhere, create nice design, because if you feel, oh, my face does not look nice, you have every negative thing to say about, oh, if I do my own recording, I have to go and edit it. Yeah, I have to give it to a video editor to edit. Just do this to start with, to encourage yourself, and as you grow, you start to do the other one. With this, you can start small. So maybe why yours and is you are doing maybe 10 minutes. I don't know, Sha, I've never done the 10 minutes. So maybe you want to start with 1 minute, 2 minutes, and then you start to go, and then make sure, just check your device. If you have too much what's it called? If you have too many files and folders on your computer, get an external hard drive. Even if your your computer hard drive has a very low memory, that is, what do they call it? Not the RAM now. I'm talking about the hard drive going need, the one that you have in it. What do we call it again? Sorry, I'm trying to remember. I'm trying so hard to remember. The speed, the disk space. If it's too small, get an external hard drive and then unpack uh, what you have on your internal hard drive into your external hard drive and keep it well. If you can afford to pay for Google storage online, why not move them there so that your system can work effectively and then give you good results, right? Because sometimes when our systems are loaded, even the phone also, if you have too much content loaded on it, it's definitely going to affect how it functions. It starts to hang. So you can reduce, and then content that you're not using anymore, try as much as possible to delete them. Don't duplicate and duplicate and duplicate things on your system, because they are eating up your space. Then also be mindful of how you use your desktop. Do not save files and folders on your desktop. They slow down your RAM, the random access memory. when you are loading your desktop with too much, you don't even need to, you're not even supposed to put your files and folders on your desktop. Everything must go into the folders that have been created for you, except for your desktop. You have your documents. In your documents, you can create your different archives and then be able to, load those folders that you have created with your files and subfolders. So don't put anything on your desktop. It slows down your system. Everything you put on that's why you see that by default, the content you have on your desktop are what do we call it? What do we call it again? Shortcuts. Yeah. You see the sign, that sign on it, that icon that signify shortcut on every of the icons you have on your desktop. So your desktop is supposed to be for shortcuts, not the full document. Putting the full document on your desktop will slow down your RAM, and so your system starts to drag and drag and drag to perform. So you must pay attention to that. So if you're having that issue, check all of these things that I've said and clean up your disk space so that your computer can be more efficient and produce better results. I hope that helps, right? So if you have not submitted your assignments, I've just given you, insight into how you can get it done. And so that means you must sort it out. In fact, that assignment must be completed between now and the next class. If you have not done it, as we leave here, jump on it, create your video, and make sure it gets to us before tomorrow's class. Very, very important. I want to even say, so Gladys, well done. If you think you can redo it, I would like to see another version of that work, that amazing work that you have done. And please ensure to get used to putting your scripts, doing your professional scripts, and then looking for tools to help you make it a concise content that you can use to provide content for your social media marketing. I think that's what I want to add. Loa told me, thank you for your patience. I think I thought I was just going to say one small simple thing, but anyway, I think this is good for learning as well. So thank you, Tomisi, for allowing me to take your time. I pass the microphone back to you to finish what you have started. Are you still there?
Yeah, good evening. Thank you. I'm still here. I guess it's my second device to check in. So I think what we have left is just, I think they should just rank up on the assignment, and also just for them to get the attendance so that so that I can mark the attendance in class before leaving. So I think those are just the two things that is left for us. We have come to the end of the class. We've done some few overview and practicals, or some let me see, some black color practical. Let me use that word. So we've seen how things are being how things are being shown to us. So and then we'll pick it up later on, probably tomorrow or next class. So I think let's just what we just did before we entered the class is just the so that they can fill the attendance for the leave the class. Thank you, ma'am. Okay, Toby, you can see your hand.
Yes, sir. I wanted to break the issue here because I've sent a message on the group, but it hasn't been attended to. The the attendance. I had an attendance issue, and attendance issue that I think a special group was created. I've indicated that like it hasn't been sorted. I even sent a message to a member of the admin, but still haven't gotten feedback. So I don't know if what other
Okay,
channel
Toby, let me so that
to
in case I'm
sort
jumping
that out.
out, let me quickly attend to that. I want to apologize to all intermediate participants. You know, yours is twice a week, so we made an error of doing 4 times a week for you. So we are going to do the recalculation. And what did you have? You had 50%, right?
But my name was not even on the list.
Your name. So we have to look at it. So you're going to, what name did you use in, because we noticed that some of you registered with a different name, and then on your attendance you have a different, you are using a different name. Some have email issues, but I know that you have been consistent. You've never missed a class. So all I need to get is your real name, because I know Toby Harris is not your real name. Abby?
But it is, it's just that like for presenting, because I use this for meet a lot of the times. So because it was like the name was like a lot, it was like four, it now became something where people had to like say the whole name. So I just kind of shortened it for presentation issues, so people won't butcher the name at the end of the day. So that is why that's the book coming up with. It's my name, and it didn't even still affect the general because if it was a case of the name wouldn't have my name wouldn't have appeared on the general attendance. So that's why I was confused on if that my submission wasn't coming to team or something else.
Okay, so we'll look into that again. For all intermediate participants, your calculation was wrong. So work on that and then you get a new update soon. Apologies for that.
Thank you
I
very
think
much.
I'm free now. You're welcome. Thank you.
Okay, thank you everyone. So please, the attendance has been dropped. Do have to fill your attendance, and don't forget the class tomorrow. Do have a lovely evening. Bye for now.